Welcome to the Cutting Edge AI podcast, where innovation meets imagination. Hosted by AI consultant and visionary Timothy Terry, this is where technology, creativity, and the future collide.
Welcome back to the Cutting Edge AI podcast. I'm your co-host, Jonathan, and today we have the fantastic Tim Terry with us. Tim is an author, speaker, AI consultant, and all-around tech visionary. Tim, let's dive right in.
Awesome. Well, Jonathan, excited to do this fourth episode, and we're still going strong. So,
Absolutely, Tim. I'm thrilled to be here for episode 4, and I know we've got a great set of questions lined up. Let's dive into the first question. So, to kick things off, as an AI consultant, how have you personally been leveraging AI recently? Maybe share a couple of real-world examples of tasks you've automated or streamlined, and then we'll just go from there.
sounds like a plan. So, let's see. The other day, actually yesterday, I had the awesome task of having to find some more insurance, car insurance. So I was I was not looking forward to doing that. Unfortunately, I was kind of holding back on doing it. And finally I said, well, let me just go ahead and do it. And immediately I said, let me leverage AI. So I went into ChatGPT and used the agent mode within ChatGPT. And from there, I typed in my make and model of the car, what kind of insurance that I needed, full coverage, and the state that I live in, entered in date of birth, all of the basic information that you need when you're shopping for car insurance, put that in. And I said, break it down to, the most cost effective, because we're trying to save money, to the most cost effective
Absolutely,
company
Tim.
that's out there. And so with that, I was able to get that broken down. Then it searched out the two companies. I ended up choosing one of the companies, and it not only was able to get that information, but it took it a step further. With the agent mode, it was actually able to open up a whole nother window without me touching the computer, open up a whole nother window, go to that specific website for that insurance company, fill out all the information that I put in previously about what I wanted, the make, the model, the car, the color, the VIN number, all that information. And I could see it in real time, and you're able to view it, to watch it in real time as it fills in the information that you gave it. And it's just an awesome, pretty cool kind of thing. So, and I was able to, didn't have to, the part that I loved the most was it was able to save me time. I didn't have to get on the phone, speak with an insurance agent. I was able to get what I needed done, and I was able to work on something else at the same time. It's a perfect combination of time-saving possibilities with using AI.
Absolutely, Tim. That's such a great real-world example and really shows how powerful that agentic AI can be.
It really does, right?
It totally does. It's like having a personal assistant that just handles the tedious stuff for you so you can focus on the big picture. And that's exactly what makes this kind of tech so exciting. So
It
thanks for
really
sharing that.
does. No problem.
Absolutely. And that's what makes it so much fun to talk about. Let's keep that momentum going.
Great.
All right, Tim. Awesome energy so far. Let's roll right into the next question. So, for our listeners who might be hearing the term agentic AI and wondering what that really means, can you break it down in simple everyday terms? Let's help everyone understand how it works.
Sure. Just really quickly, what it is giving a learning language model like ChatGPT or like Claude or Perplexity. But right now, speaking specifically with ChatGPT, you have an agent that you're able to tell what to do, and they're not only able to do it, but they're able to take it a step further, which is so cool because it can actually do the tasks on your behalf, like searching the internet, like opening up a browser in another window and searching for, let's say, plane tickets, for searching for, one of my mentors used that same agentic mode within ChatGPT to find for her dog to book a veterinarian appointment. So you're able to book appointments, flights, do web research. The list goes on and on. And Jonathan, the crazy part is to leverage all of this, especially within ChatGPT, all you're paying is the $20 a month. So imagine having all of this power at your hands for only $20. How much time can that save the average man, woman, business owner, entrepreneur? I mean, come on. It is just, you got me excited. It is just wonderful.
Absolutely, Tim. And I can feel that excitement and it's totally justified. It really is amazing what you can do for such a small investment. You're basically getting this powerful AI agent at your fingertips that can take on tasks that used to take you hours. It's an absolute game changer. And I love that you're sharing that with everyone.
Right. And then imagine if you, as a business owner, you're able to leverage the agentic mode within ChatGPT or another language learning model. You're able to get other tasks done instead of having to hire somebody else to do that specific task. Another way is that it frees you up using these modes. It's able to free you up so that you have time to do other high level things. It's not taking jobs away, but it's creating a space for more creativity, for higher level things that can be done.
Absolutely. And that's such a key point, Tim. It's not just about replacing tasks, it's about freeing you up to focus on the bigger picture and the more creative, strategic parts of your business. And when you can do that, you're not just saving time, you're actually unlocking new opportunities and new levels of growth. So it's really exciting stuff.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Jonathan, that is spot on.
Absolutely. I'm glad we're on the same page. It's always fun to highlight how these tools can really transform the way people do business and open up those new creative spaces. So let's keep rolling and dive into the next piece because I know we've got more great questions lined up.
All right, let's do it.
Tim, let's talk a little bit about a well known voice in the business world. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Mark Cuban's take on AI. How does his perspective line up with what you're seeing on the ground with small businesses? Let's dive into that.
Awesome. Another great question, Jonathan. And you got to love Mark Cuban. Love him on Shark Tank. With Mark, he recently he did a podcast, and the question was asked his thoughts on AI. And Mark made the statement that in this day and age, that a regular person, a regular dude, he's used the word dude, and I say dudette, within a basement can literally leverage AI and just become millionaires. I believe he said maybe even trillionaires. I mean, but the thing is, like Mark is saying, and I definitely wholeheartedly agree with him, there's just so much great opportunity. Like I was saying on the podcast, the way I see it is that it's the new, if you will, the new land of the milk and honey with so much opportunity out there.
Absolutely. And that's such a great analogy, Tim. I mean, I love how you and Mark are both pointing out that AI really is this huge equalizer. It's creating a whole new land of milk and honey, like you said, for everyday people and small business owners to tap into opportunities that just weren't possible before. So it's definitely exciting stuff.
It really is. It really is.
It truly is, Tim. And I think that's a perfect note to kind of sum up how much potential is out there. So we'll keep diving into the rest of these questions, but you're doing a great job bringing these ideas to life. Let's keep rolling.
I definitely appreciate that, Jonathan.
Absolutely, Tim. My pleasure. I'm here to make it as smooth and fun as possible. So let's talk about apps and those real pain points businesses are facing. Tim, what kinds of pain points are you seeing out there today, and how do AI powered apps help solve them?
Awesome. So building apps has never been so easy, I'll just say, in this time with AI, building no code apps and things like that. Finding those pain points, whether it's saving time, saving money, giving back time with those apps, it can create just so many areas in which business owners are able to free up their time to do other tasks. And perfect example of that is one business that I was recently working with. The owner was letting me know that, we were talking about ChatGPT, and he was super excited about it. And I was excited that he was excited about ChatGPT. So he was showing me all the things that he was doing, and he kept mentioning that he was using it for sending emails. And so with that being said, and it's still kind of in the same kind of area that you asked me about when it comes to apps, but I went home and I kind of thought about it. I said, well, how can I add some value to him and his company and things like that? And so I went ahead and I built a custom GPT. And within that GPT, it's able to help with emails. And I think I based it on 16 different email frameworks from around the world and proven frameworks, AIDA, attention, interest, desire, action, as an example. And it's able to frame that email. Of course, it asks a question, and then it's able to frame that email into that kind of framework. So I was able to build that app and hand it over to him and, just to use it and to free up some time.
That's a fantastic example, Tim. And it really shows how these AI-powered tools and apps can take those repetitive tasks like email writing and just streamline them so business owners can focus on what really matters. And the fact that you created a custom GPT for that is just a perfect example of adding value. So I
Yeah,
love this.
and absolutely. And Jonathan, just to interject, the name of that custom GPT that I built is called Email Copy Pro. So if you're ever within ChatGPT, under the section for GPTs, you can look up what I built and use it for yourself. It's called Email Copy Pro.
Oh, that's fantastic, Tim. Email Copy Pro. Love the name. And I'm sure it's
Thanks.
going to be,
Thank you, sir.
it's awesome to hear how you're bringing all these tools to life. And I'm happy to be part of the conversations. Let's dive a little deeper into the kinds of businesses you're working with. What are some of the specific industries or business types that you think benefit the most from these AI solutions you're building? Let's hear your thoughts on that.
Great question. So I would say businesses, a lot of the businesses out there can definitely use and streamline their processes with using certain applications like apps and other AI related tools. So for me, one is just service industries. Can't go into too many specifics, but service industries, customer service businesses, things like that. And the list really goes on and on because in my opinion, there is no business that can't use or leverage AI because it really is. It's a game changer and it's your competitive edge, if you will, in today's society when it comes to business and giving you that leg up.
Absolutely spot on, Tom. I couldn't agree more. It's like you said, there's really no business that can't find some kind of competitive edge by leveraging AI. And when it comes to service industries or customer service businesses, those little efficiencies can really add up and make a huge difference. So it's definitely a game changer and a great advantage for anyone to have an in.
Yes, it is. I definitely agree with you on that, Jonathan.
All right, Tim, for our final question, if you could give just one quick piece of advice to any small business owner just starting to explore AI, what would they be?
So I would say, Jonathan, one of the main things is just start using it. And then from there, you'll start getting better and better. But the key is just to start. It doesn't matter which learning language model, whether it's going to be Perplexity or it's going to be Claude or ChatGPT, just start with one. And from there, you'll start saying, okay, I can change things this way. I can change things that way. I can ask this question better, or I can build this. And so from there, you're able to start in real time, start working with these different softwares that's going to definitely change your business. And you'll be amazed from day one. That's when the light bulb is going to start going on. Like, wow, I can actually do this, or I was able to do that. It's a beautiful thing. So again, just starting and finding different areas that you might be able to make small changes within your business, even if it's automating certain repetitive tasks that you were doing before, whether it is with emails or things like that. So yeah, just start where you're at and go from there. Wise man once said, I believe it was Martin Luther King, he said, you don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step in faith. There you go, Jonathan. So that's my answer with that. And a good thing is that you're not going to break ChatGPT. You're not going to break any of these other learning language models. Jump in and have fun. There you go.
That's fantastic advice, Tim, and such a great way to wrap things up. Just take that first step and trust that you'll figure it out as you go. And like you said, you're not going to break anything. So have fun with it. All right. That brings us to the end of this episode of the Cutting Edge AI podcast. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Awesome. Jonathan, thanks so much for having me. It has been a blast. Talk with you soon.
Absolutely. Tim, it's been a blast for me too. Always great chatting with you, and I'm looking forward to next time.
I am as
Take care.
well. Take care.